Hello, guys. I really didn't want to do this, and actually, when the post came this morning, well, literally about an hour ago, maybe less, I actually rang Brody, the social worker for my two boys, um, and decided to talk to her and say, "Look, you're the social worker for my children, so Aaron and Faith are my children, so I'm ringing you rather than going live." And I decided to open the other letter first, which was a letter telling me that Child Protection Conference, which was meant to be on the 29th of October, which was exactly one day after my committal to prison 6 years ago, and one day after arriving at Save the Family for, yes, yes, darling. Arriving at Save the Family on Halloween night. Now, something that's quite prolific about, I don't know if prolific is quite the word for, but paramount about this letter is the fact that my daughter and son have been raised so out of line with who they are, but they keep finding themselves in it, but that I don't know. I read this letter as a very positive experience reading it, in that the people who have got my children are trying. It sounds like they even watch me, because it's saying that they hope this letter finds me, like they're aware that I'm in the middle of a move. It's got a kiss at the bottom of it. Obviously, it doesn't say their name and things like that, so I don't have any information other than the fact that Aaron and Faith were placed with somebody who paid off their mortgage literally a couple of days before the final trial of me opposing the adoption order. So they were living mortgage free, that they both had careers and were going to give up their time, and they had another child, a son, I believe. That's all I've ever known. And that I get my letters from Wrexham. So this morning, this afternoon, midday, well, yeah, this morning, obviously this arrived, and then also so did this. So this one was a reschedule of child protection, and this one was my letterbox contact. Elijah's not going to give me the space to do what I wanted to do, and I really wanted to address this very personally to Aaron and Faith. But Elijah is not going to give me the space that I've just had a conversation with him and begged him to give me the space, and isn't doing so, are you? So to Aaron and Faith, you have a 4-year-old brother Elijah and a 2-year-old, nearly 3, brother Shiloh, and also Aaron and Liam and Daniel, who I hope you can remember. But your knee's hurting. He's really not going to give me the space for this. So, and this is really emotional for me to do. So I just want to say that I've got my letter. I've got lots of feelings about it. All I know is I need to find out who gave away a lot of tomatoes over lockdown, and get a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch, and keep doing what I'm doing, and advertise for a really great DJ to do this on the 13th of December with me in a really cool mask. My son's finding he likes being mysterious, and yeah, he started high school, so, and both of my children are online. So I really wanted to address this personally to Aaron and Faith and the people that have got my kids, but I'm feeling very distracted, very too sideways, and lots of different emotions about this, lots of different emotions with everything going on, because I'm actually feeling very positive about how everything is coming together, and I'm feeling that it won't be very long until I am actually seeing Aaron and Faith. And I don't think it's going to be long until I am in a reunification with them. But during this transition time and everything going on, it's really difficult when you're trying to work with people who know what they've done is wrong. And it's very difficult to rectify things with people when, one, there's a lot of compensation involved, like millions to my family for this. And two, there's a lot of people that could potentially do 10 years in prison for misfeasance in public office. The Child Protection Conference that we're going through now, that we've been going through since the 14th of December last year, because of very similar situation to Aaron and Faith, funny enough, same age children, has sort of come to a cease and desist while Brodie, the new social worker, does a finding of facts. They've had the medical evidence now that says that, yes, there is a chance that Kelly is dealing with what's called brain slumming, which is the technical word that they call when it's not quite a complete drop, but it just slums, comes up, comes down, which is what I'm going through and what people are not listening to. And still, really, what people should be doing is literally, there should be a knock on my door, there should be an ambulance ready, there should be a neck cast ready for me, the upright scanner should be ready for me, there should be appropriate childcare coming into my home to look after my boys and keep everything going while I'm taken into hospital and given the adequate care, well, not even adequate, but the correct care that I'm actually needed. My children coming to visit me in hospital, all of my children, and being reunited as I slowly recover from, potentially either having what finally needs to be done or being able to prevent getting to that level. I'm 42 now and I want to be 50 and a really great grandmother to my grandson, who is pissing me off seeing all these fake nannies, all these people that call themselves Nana to my grandson. Go fuck off. Yeah, seriously, by the power and the grace of Jesus, Lord himself, bind these people and give them the correct positions in my grandson and my children's lives and remind them where they stand in the authority of the Lord, that I am the mother and the grandmother, that the blood runs through our veins. Step back yourselves. And if you feel humbled to have my children in your life, know your position, know where you stand, and remember that these are my children, my grandchildren that were born in my womb. So take your rightful positions and be humbled that you even allowed in my children's lives. But you're not a nana and you're not a mama. So take your rightful positions and be humble that you even share the experience of the beautiful children born from my loin, my womb, that men have come along and stolen my womb. That's what they do. They come on and they hump and they steal the wombs of people, and it has to stop because they don't stick around to correctly raise their children and love the mothers as they are meant to.
Where is all the parts?
I don't know, darling. But we're going to put all the parts back together now, aren't we?
On this
Are we
dinosaur?
on a dinosaur? It's an old story that needs to have all the parts put back together, doesn't it?
What's it raining? Why is it raining?
It's raining so Mother Earth can water all of the plants and all the farms and all of our foods. And this is where we get good, well, not quite, but there you go. So yeah, I mean, to the people, I'm getting sick and tired of people associating. And I know what it's like. I look for a mum myself, my kiss myself. Yes, it is. My mum has not taken her position in my life, but no other mother will, and neither has my father, and certainly no father, even stepfathers have never, ever, ever taken a position as dad in my life. I have one dad, one mum, and that's the way it is. And many people pushed on stepmum and Mummy Roisin, but I never, ever, ever called her mum. She was Mummy Roisin, and that was it. And that was where I drew the line. I was willing to accept that. And every time school used to say, well, you need to choose one mum, I used to say, yeah, mine. Yeah, my mum. Mine. The one that blood runs through my veins and the DNA is the same, so, and I'll always stand under that. I've even said to my Uncle Sam, sod it, Sam, forget all this perfection of me making a meal and my house being straight, just be my uncle and knock on my door and come whenever you like. Just tell mum I don't smoke. So I don't drink, so there's nothing really to report back to mum, is it? We do keep trying. Do keep trying to quit. I will. And coffee. Got to get rid of the coffee. So, yeah. I really, really wanted to focus on this letter. Elijah, I said there were consequences if you didn't give me space, didn't I? So we won't be making cakes now until later. Shiloh's gone to sleep. Both the boys have been up since like 6:15 this morning because there's so much light that comes in around this home. So anyway, this home's not good enough for me because I need for when Aaron and Faith knock on my door or connect and buzz me online. And I could imagine Faith either writing me quite a long-winded letter or Aaron just buzzing up and going, "Yo, mum, it's Aaron." I could see this happening. In fact, I even actually messaged Zach, my film maker. Oh, he's filmmaker. It's not my film. We're making it together, but it's about my stuff. But it's about both two people's careers, isn't it? Many people's careers, many people finding their way, many people being in their passion, being in their zone. But one thing that's come